Hi, welcome to Waylo's Workshop. I'm Waylo, and today we're going to be reviewing our Army Painter Mega Paint set. This guy is really big, and it gives you everything you need to get started painting tabletop miniatures for war games. So I thought I'd take you through this. This is one of those things I wish somebody, when I was starting out playing war games, somebody had shown me this kit, because I would have bought it in a heartbeat. I spent a small fortune on Games Workshop paints and supplies, not knowing that other things like this existed out there. So, and I really like this paint range. Kind of works as a limited palette. So I thought I'd take you through this. So what you get in this box set are 34 of their war paints, 7 quick shade ink tones, 1 anti-shine varnish, and 3 of their most popular brushes. Now, in this particular kit, you do get 1 extra ink tone, which is their brand new Flesh Wash. So this is actually 8 quick shade ink tones, not 7. So here you're going to see the 3 brushes that you get, which are their most wanted, which are their most sold brushes, is what basically that means. And of course, their can primer is a 100% color match for their bottled colors. So, you know, if you prime it with a color like red, and, you know, you need to retouch, the bottle paint matches the can paint, so, you know, you have no difficulty there. So I thought we'd take a look at exactly what's inside here. So let's just slide this lid off. Okay, so real quick, well, we'll go through the lid artwork later. What we've got here is basically a product line guide for what Army Painter sells. We've got the 3 most wanted brushes and a whole lots of bottles of paint. Now these are really nicely packaged. The ink tones here are in trays. The rest of these are in individual plastic containers. Looks like there's 11 or 12 of these to each one of these containers. And there's 3 of these sealed. The 1 open tray here. The guide and the brushes. So what I'll do is, rather than opening these all up and boring you to death, I'll get all these out of the box and we'll take a look at exactly what the colors are and the range we go through. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, taking a different view with our other camera, here we have all the paints out of the containers. I thought I'd go through each one for you here real quick. This is Army Painter Matte White. Then we've got Matte Black. Then we've got Alien Purple, which is a real nice color right there. Then if you think in terms of triads of colors, a lot of these are broken up into groups. So if you're looking for that medium tone, dark tone, and highlight shade, these color combinations work well together. So you've got Skeleton Bone, Desert Yellow, along with Demonic Yellow. Then we've got Necrotic Flesh, Tan Flesh, Barbarian Flesh. Then I've got Ash Gray, Uniform Gray, and Wolf Gray. Then here we've got basically 4 tones of brown. I've got Oak Brown, Leather Brown, Monster Brown, and Fur Brown. Then here I've got Pure Red, Chaotic Red, Dragon Red, and Lava Orange. This of course would be a highlight color of red if you didn't want to use it as orange. Then back here we've got greens. I've got Army Green, Goblin Green, Green Skin, Angel Green, and I've got a range of blues. I've got Crystal Blue, Ultramarine Blue, Electric Blue, Deep Blue, and this is a Hydra Turquoise. Then before I show you the inks, I thought I'd show you the metallics here. Here you've got Gunmetal, Greedy Gold, Plate Metal, or I'm sorry, Plate Mail Metal. Then you've got Weapon Bronze and Shining Silver. Then here we've got a dark tone. This is a quick shade dark tone ink. Now this ink is different than the quick tone shader which comes in the cans, which that's more of a varnish, where this is actually an acrylic ink. Then I've got green tone, red tone, strong tone, soft tone, purple tone, flesh wash, and blue tone. Then last but not least, I've got an anti-shine, and that's pretty much it. The 3 brushes that come in the kit are the Wargamer Regiment brush, the Insane Detailer, and a small dry brush. These are called the 3 most wanted brushes in the series of brushes that Army Painter offers. I'm going to do a full review of their full set because I actually have a couple of their full sets. I really like their brushes, so I'm going to do that separately. So if you hold on 1 minute, then we'll take a closer look at the guide of modeling supplies, miniature supplies that come with this paint set and the other things that Army Painter offers. Okay, so this is our little booklet that came inside the Mega Paint set. And what this is basically is just to familiarize you with the other products that are offered by Army Painter. So I thought I'd take you through that real quick because they do offer a lot of stuff if you're interested in wargaming, and they do probably have the fastest method to bring miniatures to a gaming table fully painted. As you know, in most gaming scenarios, you don't bring unpainted miniatures to the gaming table. So what Army Painter does is they've created a system which uses their quick shade, which is you spray prime because they have color matching primers, which I'll show you inside this guide. You're going to spray prime your figures, give them a general base coat, dip them in quick shade, remove the residue, hit it with anti-shine, which they don't show here in the picture, and then base it, and you're done. So basically the 5-step method to get the your miniatures to the gaming table. So here inside the booklet you've got everything that they offer tool-wise. So you know, plastic sprue cutters, cutting mats, drill and drill bits, hobby knife, pins and drill bits themselves, green stuff. They've got a side cutter, sculpting tools, pliers, curved files, straight files, hobby saw, plastic glue, Battlefield PVA glue, super glue, and magic activator. So pretty much anything you would possibly need to be able to build up those build up your little army of figures, get them based, get them painted and on the table, these guys offer. So this is one of the reasons why I like them. Had I known about this system when I first started getting involved in tabletop gaming, I probably wouldn't have spent the fortune I did with Games Workshop. But that being said, Games Workshop makes a quality product also, so you know, not knocking them there at all. But if you know you're not so much interested in the art of painting as you are in wargaming, this system will probably get you there faster and for a lot less wallet. So here are the spray primers. Now, like I said, if you remember on the cover here, they're showing you the first step is the primer. What you do is you pick the color that most closely, you know, resembles what the figure is going to look like. So, for instance, if it's a flesh zombie, you might want necrotic flesh, and you'll base coat the whole thing or prime the whole thing with necrotic flesh, because the majority of the figure will be that color. Or if you're painting goblins, you know, you would probably want to spray them green because most of the goblin flesh is that goblin green. But the colors they offer are matte black, matte white. They have a matte varnish, which is basically an anti-shine. Leather brown, army green, pure red, barbarian flesh, plate mail metal, uniform gray, desert yellow, skeleton bone, green skin, demonic yellow, fur brown, crystal blue, dragon red, chaotic red, gunmetal, goblin green, ultramarine blue, wolf gray, angel green, and alien purple. Now these colors are 100% match for what you get in the war paint bottles. Now the war paint bottles is what I just took you through, so I'm not going to go through that again. And then here's the full range of brushes that they offer. I'm going to do a separate video on those, so I'm not going to take you too much through that. The starter set, it gives you the basic primary colors, which, you know, again, these guys also encourage the idea of the color wheel and mixing colors in order to achieve other colors that you want, or just basically using the starkest colors, the bare colors, and then using their quick shade to give it more of an antique finish. The quick shade ink set is sold separately, and then here you've got the Army Painter Mega Paint set. On the back side, they're again showing you that the 3 tones of the quick shade for dipping. And they give you an example of this guy dipping it and flicking it on some cardboard to get the overwash off of the figure. They also give you a lot of good basing material. Actually, I really like this stuff. It's real easy to use. So if you're building up figures for war games, military conflicts, military historical figures, or fantasy figures like what you're seeing depicted here, the basing materials these guys produce is just as phenomenal as the paints. And a little odds and ends things here, you know, Army Painter tape measure, dice, laser pointers, and then of course you can get everything at armypainter.com. Now at armypainter.com they also give you PDF downloads for free on how to use all their products, how to paint up, how to build up. So it's a great place to go and take a look. So that's our little paper guide. And last I'd like to talk a little bit about the paints, so we'll do that next. Okay, another thing that I really like about Army Painter's products are these dropper bottles. The first thing you'll notice is you got 3 different color caps. The reason for this is so you can readily identify what you're grabbing. So if you're looking for metallics, metallics come with a black cap. If you're looking for an ink tone, the ink tone comes with a red cap. And if you're looking for paints, the paint comes with a white cap. Now I have shelves coming to put all these into, because we're looking to renovate Waylo's workshop here. But this system makes it very handy and neat, and I thought that was just a little, you know, extra clever thing that Army Painter did. That you know, just goes to show you the quality and length that they go to ensure a quality product hits the market. Another thing that I like about them is these dropper bottles are 18 milliliter, which makes them the largest dropper bottles that I've encountered so far. And at the price they offer them at, it's also the best price economically for this type of paint. If you look at Vallejo or Games Workshop, these guys actually come in cheaper by the milliliter. So now does that mean it's a cheaper paint? No, it's not. Actually, all of these are produced independently. So the company that produces their paint does not produce their metallics. These two companies don't produce their tone. So they have quality control built right in, and I have found these things to be exceptional. The only thing that's different with Army Painter, of course, are the Rattlecat primers. If they came out with a full line of air paint, bottles of that are set up for your airbrush, that would be really neat. That's something I'm hoping they come up with in the future. But that's pretty much my review of the Army Painter Mega Paint Set. I am going to show you how this paint paints up. I have picked a specific figure. I'm going to share him with you right now. Army Painter at one point had offered, this company is out of Germany. It's called Cromlich, and they create these little figures, mainly war orcs, that I think are absolutely hysterical. They can be used, you know, Warhammer 40K, things like this, but I just think they're funny to paint. Adepticon is coming here in a couple of months, so I'm looking to actually do everything with Army Painter for this figure, including the basing material, and then entering it in the Crystal Brush Awards, and seeing how I do with it. Just using their exact system, the way they set it up with their paints, nothing extra. The only thing different is I might use an airbrush primer rather than a rattle can, because I do live in an apartment. And you know, you're walking around in an alley with a can of spray paint, and people around here think you're applying graffiti to garages rather than painting miniatures. So that being said, that's going to be the Army Painter project. And once I go through the Crystal Brush Awards, then I'll be showing the figure and the build-up of that here on my channel. So that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and look at us on Facebook and Twitter and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, thanks. Okay, bye.